Folks, in this video, we're going to talk about getting your domain name set up. This is really a very simple process. Some people tend to make it a little difficult than what it is, but so that's the reason why I'm making a video, just to show you how easy it really is. Shouldn't take you no more than a couple of minutes to actually set this up. So a domain name is really important, guys. And just to kind of give you a little insight, for example, like if I go to my website here, and this is just for an example, it looks like my website is iLost5in5.com/site/index.php !AFFID equal Ellis Rachel. So, well, and again, a lot of companies, even with Total Life Changes, they give you totallifechanges.com/1248678 whatever your IBO number is. Just too much. It's just too much stuff to be trying to give to someone. And when you're marketing online or even offline, when you're putting things like on business cards and stuff like that, you want to have a name that represents you per se. Something catchy. Not really, it could be you, it could be branded to you, it could be branded to the product, it could be branded to a lot of different things, but it just needs to be something that's catchy, that can make it easy for people to remember where to go to get more information about your products, opportunity, whatever. Okay, a domain name allows you to do that. Okay, so you don't have to use this big long thing right here. You still can. I've actually seen people use this domain name on business cards. I don't know why you would want to do that, but I think they probably just don't really know. And so I'm here to help make it easier to give you a much better presence when it comes to your marketing materials, postcards, flyers, business cards, and even the information that you're sharing online. Okay, you want to have a much better professional appearance when you're doing so. So how do I change this into something that is more pleasing to the eye, something easier for me to see? Okay, this is how you do it. So what I'm going to do, you want to go to GoDaddy, and you should see the link there, on the page there, to get your domain name. I think if I go here, yeah, you can get your domain. Just go click right here. You'll be able to follow that information to get that to get your domain name. So let me find it. Where did I go? Okay, here we go. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how to do that. So let's say, for example, and if you want to buy a domain name, when you go, you can, GoDaddy will have like a search domain where you can pick and choose and find a domain name that you would want to use, and just whatever you want. Just make sure there's something. You see people with different domain names and things of that nature. So, but you got to check and make sure that nobody else has it first. Okay. So once you go here, you do your search. For example, if I wanted, I don't know, I love TLC. Somebody probably already has that probably though, but I'm thinking I love TLC. And again, I don't know. Hey, it's available. So for example here, and then of course I would select, and then just go through the process. GoDaddy, they're gonna try to upsell you on a lot of different things. That's fine. Just say no, I don't want that. I just want the basic domain name, and pretty much go from there. Okay. All right. So, but if you see something that you want, something that you think that you might need or whatever, go ahead. They got a lot of great products, a lot of great services. So it's totally up to you. But if you just want to keep it simple, again, they will try to upsell you throughout the process. But again, you can still just choose what you want, which of course would just be the domain itself. And if you see that it's not available, just pick something different, add a variation, to it. If you were born in 85, just put, I love TLC 85 or something, or whatever. Yeah, I think you get the picture. Okay. So moving on. All right. Once you got your domain name, you got that all set, just make sure that you log into your account, which I'm already logged into ours. And what you want to do is find that domain name. So for example, if I have one that I have not forwarded, one I've had for a while, which is howilost5in5.com. So what I'm trying to do now is, instead of me using this domain name right here, okay, because this one, if I give you this and you go to this website, it's going to take you to this website here. But I don't want to give you that long. I don't want to try to write that down or type that in or even copy and paste that. It's just too much, and you're not going to really remember that. Okay, but I might can give you something to say, hey, we'll just go to, okay, here it is. I can give you just howilost5in5.com. So what I'm doing, I'm going to click on manage right over here. And let me back up. I don't want to go too fast here. So when you go to your domain names, if you've just bought one, when you go to domain names, I've got hundreds, but for you, it's probably just only going to be one in this list. Okay. So when you find your domain name, this is the one that I'm using right here, and I want to manage it, which means I want to make some edits. I want to make some changes. I need to tell it where to go when someone types in howilost5in5.com. I got to tell GoDaddy, when someone types in this name here on their computer or cell phone or whatever, I want them to go where? Okay, so I have to come here where it says forwarding. Just go right here where it says forwarding. So just scroll down. You'll see forwarding here. You'll see domain. You'll see it might say off on yours. Just click on manage. So when you click on manage, it's going to bring up this little box right here, right? And just to kind of confirm, let's test out what happens right now if I try to go to howilost5in5.com. If I try to go there right now, let's see what happens. So if I open up another window and I hit paste and hit go, this is where it goes. This is what happens. Okay, that makes sense? That's what shows up. Okay, it just basically GoDaddy saying you don't have anything set on it, so we're just going to send it back to one of our websites. Okay, so what I have to do is I got to tell GoDaddy, okay, if someone types that in, I need to tell them where to go. So what you want to do right here, it says we're on domain name. Okay, what we want to do is we want to add forwarding. So I just click on that, and when I click on add forwarding, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put in, I'm going to come back to my website here. This is my website. This is my website link, right? It's basically, what link is it? It's this link right here. Remember, it's under the PayPal or whatever link. Maybe you're using this one. It doesn't matter which one. A link is a link. Okay, it's going to go wherever it goes. So let's say you're using this one here. Well, I just want to copy this. Okay, I'm going to copy that, because this is the link to my website. So if I click this, it's going to basically, if I click it right now, boom, I'm on my website. Okay, so I already copied it. So I want to go back to GoDaddy and I want to paste that link right here, which I just did. Okay, you want to preview, make sure you got it right. Click on preview. It's going to open up a little window right here. Okay, just like this. All right, so there's my website. So that let me know. Okay, cool. That confirms with you. Okay, I put the right link in. Okay, this is where I want people to go when they type in on their computer howilost5in5.com. This is the link I want them to fall on. Okay, and for right now, just leave it like that. Okay, so once you got it all set, I think I got off. Hold on, let me go back, because I think I got off something here. Hold on one second. Add forwarding. Hold on one second. All right, because I know sometimes they have a few little glitches going on here and there. Okay, all right. You saw what I did there? I just kind of I turned it to forward with masking. You don't have to worry about what that is right now. Just make sure it's on forward only. So if you notice, if you try to do it on GoDaddy, I see this every now and then with GoDaddy. They're really, really big. They're the biggest seller of domain names on the planet. But sometimes I see a few little glitches in the system, which you just saw there. So this is a good example for you. So if you put your domain name in here and you try to click on add, and it's actually not highlighted to where you can click on it, just change the mode from forward only to forward with masking, and then just change it back. and then you'll see the green button come back. Okay, so that was a good example. So if you run across that issue, now you know how to fix it. Okay, so so now I just click on add, and if everything looks good, yep, everything looks good to me. Save. Gives me a little notification. Give it a few moments, and it should take effect. Depending on what's going on with GoDaddy, it could take, 30 seconds. It could take 5 minutes. It could take 30 minutes. It could take a couple hours. Okay, especially if you put something in wrong and you notice you did something wrong, to go back and correct it. It'll still correct itself, but you got to give their system time to catch up to the correction. Does that make sense? So if you do an update or an edit and you notice it's not updating just yet, just give it some time. If you confirm that it's already there, just give it some time. It always works. I mean, they know what they're doing. These guys have been doing this for years, so they have it set. So now let's do this now. So now remember before when I typed that in, it came up with this little generic GoDaddy page, right? So now if I go, let me just open up another page here. If I type in how I lost 5in5.com, and now when I type that in, see it hadn't updated yet. So probably not going to be able to show you this just yet, but it's still, again, like I said, sometimes it could take a while. Today's Monday, and while I'm making this video, how I lost 5in5.com, and sometimes again it can take up to a few hours sometimes for it to update. But I can confirm here. Let me do a little bit of refreshing here just to make sure I got everything straight. Okay, so it looks like forwarding is on there. So what I just did, I just refreshed that page and came down to forwarding. Now it tells me this is the link that it's actually being forwarded to. So it tells me this is what's happening in the system. So all I can do is, let me try it one more time. And if it doesn't work, no big deal. So again, it could take a while. It could take a few hours or so. Let me open up another window. Sometimes that helps. Let's see, how I lost 5in5.com. All right, okay, it's not gonna go just now. I don't want to waste you guys' time or whatever, but that's how you forward a domain name. Okay, really, 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 really simple. Okay, that's all you have to do is let me check it one more time. Yep. Again, guys, it could take a minute. So as you can tell here, I just did it, but it hasn't done anything yet. So it might take another 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes. It might even take a couple hours for it to update. So typically, if you set it up, just walk away, go do some other things or whatever. Come back, check on it in about an hour or so, and you'll see it'll change. How I know this is actually going to take effect, because I'm actually in the back office right now, and when I click on manage, it's telling me this is the link it's actually going to be forwarding once it finishes setting everything up in the back office of GoDaddy and all that stuff. Sometimes it takes a while for it to set up, and that's why I said that even before I did it. Sometimes it's pretty instant. Sometimes it could take 5 minutes, an hour, a couple hours for it to, it just all depends on what GoDaddy's doing at that time. And I know this is like a busy time right now for them, so they probably got a lot of stuff going on in the back office of their system. All right, so I've kind of noticed that if it's like late at night, they kind of go pretty quickly. But again, set that up, guys. Really, really simple, as you can tell. Get your domain name, guys. Don't use this big long thing here. Right? I mean, we just have to do that just because that's how systems are made. You got to have, everybody has to have their own their own type of system that's connected to them. So that's why you got the forward slashes and all that stuff. You just got to have that. But it's always good to have your own domain name. Pay the, $11, $13 or whatever for a whole year for your own domain name. And you can have multiple domain names if you want. Domain for this, domain for that, whatever. I have hundreds of domain names going to different things, right? So because I like to look different. One thing about marketing, I don't want to look like everybody else. I want to look different. And that's how we get a lot of attraction. That's how we get a lot of sales, because we don't look like everybody else. We look different, okay? So kind of remember that, guys. Hopefully that helped. That's how you set up your domain name. That's how you forward your domain name and get your domain name, guys. Make sure that you, when you're going through the process, again, that's get your domain name here. You can click that, go through the process of buying your domain name, so on and so forth. And there's a button right there. Click here to purchase your domain name. Made it really, really simple for you guys to follow. Follow the steps in that video and you'll be set. All right, guys, have a good day. We'll see you over the top.